Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly. We're Real Estate Jerky Daily. Glad to be here.
Yes, we is.
Hey,
We is.
remember, change your filters if you haven't.
I gotta do it today.
Well, you should put on there. You should change them. Depending on the type
Yeah.
of filters you get, there's a time period you should be moving and changing your filters. And we are going into the different season. As of today, it's supposedly only going to be what, 89 or something like that. 91,
That'd be cool.
91 or something like that.
Literally cool. Although, I still stand by. I
91.
I do. See, I like 91. That's
85
nice.
Thursday. I've been looking at these numbers going, okay, they keep saying it's going to get low. Next week, I'm really going to love it if it really stays like this. Wednesday, 77.
Next week. So today, your phone says 91.
Yeah.
Mine says 92.
I'm sticking with mine.
Yeah. I guess it's because I live a little further north.
And that's where you're. Well, it depends. I have the one that's wherever you are.
Yeah.
Instead of Modesto. So I don't know if there's a difference.
This is Modesto.
Yeah. Who knows? All right. So today we had only a couple things that we need to talk about. Man, where did my banners go? There they are. All right. So today is what is it? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Mortgage applications, 10-year auction is going to happen later, and then they're going to come out with Fed meetings. But mortgage applications, what do you think? Up, down, sideways?
I'd say up.
Really?
Yeah, up.
I say down, but okay. I'm going to go with yours first. Let's see where it's at. I didn't put it in today because I was working out. Mortgage Banker Association released their mortgage application data for week ending last week, showing that overall application volume decreased by 5.1%. That's decreased.
I'm right.
Huh?
I'm right.
You're wrong. You said increased.
Yeah, I know. I'm right.
Applications to purchase a home were flat for the week and up 8% year over year. So year over year, you're right, but not by the week. Refinances decreased 9% from the previous week and were 159% higher compared to 1 year ago.
Well, yeah.
That's because the people locked them before the market moved last week, and that's why they were counting. This week, it's going to be now. There's no refinances because we're let me get over to my actual stuff I wanted to actually talk about. Did you have anything before I get into this?
I just got the numbers, but we can go over that later.
All right. So one of the things that we were talking about, we see anytime that the Fed lowers interest rates, they cut, we see that the 10-year usually rises about 36 basis points. And that's kind of what has happened. That's a normal phenomenon at this time. The only time it didn't happen was in 2019. Because investors believe that there's a greater chance of avoiding recession once Fed starts cutting the rates, which caused them to start investing in the stock market again at the expense of bonds. And people don't understand, but that's bonds and the stock market fight for the same dollar all the time.
Right.
Okay. So that really causes the bonds to temporarily sell off. But then the Fed is cutting for a reason. The reason is the economy is slowing, and this is what's going to help the bond market, and inflation is coming down. So as long as inflation keeps coming down and we're seeing that it's slowing, the rates will continue to go back the other way. So historically, yields will fall 37% from the first rate cut to the low cycle, and then 10-year is about 370 on September 18th, and 37 would bring the 10-year to 2.35.
Wow.
So so that's adding another huge. That means we'll get close to 4.75 on the mortgage rates eventually, which is a possibility over time. So what I'm getting at is don't freak out on this right now.
Right.
But right now rates are like 6.625, 6.75, but everybody's used to 6.375, that they're hearing out there or lower. And so you have to re-educate your buyers and everybody else. Because I have some clients that are on vacation and I got to send them stuff so we can order the appraisal. I know they're going to freak out because it's not my fault the contract didn't come over when it did and everything. It got in contract and the market moved up.
Right.
Luckily, they're going to be dropping a ton of money on in 6 months. So it's really not going to make a big deal. But what I'm getting is the rates will move. There's nothing we can do about it except be ready to lock when you have a strike price, especially for refinances. Get your refinances in, get them ready to go, and then just call, say, okay, this is when they hit here. We're going to refinance. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all I have for today. So don't worry about where the market is with rates. Just get into contract.
Yeah, exactly. But don't wait. Don't wait, because Ed just said maybe later on, way down the line, be 4.75. Don't wait for that, because when you do, there's going to be so much competition, you will not win, most likely.
Because your payment will be so much higher because the house is going to be so much higher.
It's just how it works, kids. So do it now. Don't wait.
Oh,
Watch.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Yeah, I'm trying
Calling everybody kids.
trying to help you all out there because I'm ancient.
We know you said kids.
I know kids.
So
yeah.
I'm going to call you
I call
Grandpa.
everybody kids.
Yeah.
2,617 closings. Woohoo!
How much is that?
I don't know. We're nine and a half months. No, we're 10 and a half months.
No.
10 in a week.
No, we're not. We're 9 months or over plus 9 days.
Okay.
So
because today's the 9th.
Yes.
Okay. See 10.
So you can do 10 months all you want. That's 261. I can do that, or 10%. Move the decimal point. So what's 9 and just say 9 and a quarter.
I'm doing
9.375.
Yeah.
9.5.
We're tracking. We're tracking
around 270.
And
275.
9.25 equals 282.
Yeah, so we're doing all right.
We're actually lifting up a little bit, and that's because there's a little itsy bitsy tiny bits of new better inventory, more inventory.
But that's
646 active listings. It's 200 better than we did most of all last year every month.
But the issue is going to be November, December.
Yep.
That'll mess up all the numbers, and we're going to go back down.
It will
to our
skew
average.
it because everybody will say, "Hell no, I'm not putting my home on the market. I'm going to have family out here."
Well, the only time they put their house on the market is when they really have to sell it.
Exactly.
And so that's why it's the best time to buy.
And what are those 7 best times to buy in December? We'll talk about that probably in December.
We'll get close when we get closer, November.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the facts, Jack.
Well, tomorrow, consumer price index. Oh, go ahead. You want to finish the market?
No, I just did. That's the
all right.
facts,
So we got
Jack.
2 more major things this week: consumer price index, the CPI, and then the producer price index on Friday. Those are that's going to show where the inflation is.
CPE.
No,
CPI.
CPI. Not CPE was last week.
Right.
And got initial jobless claims, which you're going to lie about. So,
I think they really are. What do you think?
What?
I think it's.
If they're lying about
obviously.
FEMA money and all the other stuff, and you can't ask them questions, they just storm off stage. They're hiding shit.
Yeah, no kidding. And then you get all these news stations that are in their back pocket that are, Trump's false claims. Well, and then
it wasn't Trump; it was other people.
No, it was Trump's false claims last night on CNBC or whatever that stupid station is, which I don't watch, but.
Usually CNBC is not so bad.
It was all this Trump stuff, and then I looked at another outlet, and then it was all like everything that they're saying is false. That what Trump was saying was true.
That's how it always works.
I know. It's just too bad.
Remember that whole thing about TikTok? We got to get rid of it. It's Chinese owned thing back in the day, and because he was racist and everything else. But now they want to do it because they don't. It's the First Amendment. We got to protect the First Amendment at all costs.
Everybody forgot that he said that.
Nobody forgot it.
Yeah,
they just didn't want to.
What cracks me up is I was thinking about this today. Is we have a friend that is a firm believer of climate change. And I was going through all the things that were going to happen, and everything was going to be dead, or we can't grow crops anymore because of the acid rain in 10 years.
Yeah, there's always something every 20 years.
Happened,
yeah.
And that poor little rock out there in the ocean on the East Coast, it's the same. It looks the same today as it did in the early 1800s.
Yeah, they have to have some exit to get you to focus on something else than what they want.
I am almost absolutely 100% positive that attacks on us for helping climate change will help drastically. Oh, wait, no, I don't.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, they want to create taxes for...
Oh, tax. I thought you said attack.
No.
I was like, attack. I'm thinking attack.
We should attack.
Anyway, so rates are just going all over the place.
Yep. They're going to do that all the rest of the year.
They're going to be very hyper volatile until we get past this election, because then after the election, they're going to show that actually it's not as good as it really was. It's the same thing that happened when Newsom was getting recalled, and we had a $68 billion surplus. And the moment after he got reelected, by the way, we messed up. We have a $68 billion not surplus. We have a deficit. What?
Yeah, that we
only 1 week later we found out we put the decimal point in the wrong place.
Way behind it. Good morning, Auntie.
All right, that again, but don't focus on what's going on. And I know this is hard. stop worrying about what's Republican, Democrat, whatever. We have no control.
Right.
Just, if you get out and vote, we'll figure it out. We'll see what. But after that, it's about protecting yourself. If a Democrat gets in and everything goes up with taxes and everything else, you need to own a home. Protect yourself. That's the only way to do it.
Right.
And talk to your CPA if you're a business to see if you need to go from an S corp back to a C corp because of the taxes and other stuff you need to, or whatever you need to do. You need to make those changes. Just focus on that and focus on making money, and don't worry about what's happening, because there's nothing you personally yourself, if you voted, can do about anything else.
Yes, sir, Bob.
All right. And now I'm off my soapbox now.
I didn't even get on one. Well, I did.
And if you don't understand what soapbox means, it was the thing back in the day when politicians or somebody needed to make an announcement, they would put a soapbox that could stand out on it to talk to everybody.
Because soapboxes were big back then. Now they're not so big.
When we step on them, you crush them now.
They're not made out of wood.
No, they're made out of cardboard. Or some type of paper.
It is wood.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it depends on how big this. I don't even think soap comes in a box anymore. They come in a little package.
Oh, and with the multicolor thing the kids love to eat.
Oh, that's okay. You're talking about different. That's
Tide.
Right. But I was talking actual soap, not like that soap. All right. Make it a great day. Thanks for being here.
Enjoy.
We'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye.
Bye.